So we'll talk about all that. Let's bring in Fox News chief political analyst Brit Hume. Brit, good evening. I want to talk about the funding and the money, but first about the 30,000-foot political look at what happened over the weekend and where we are now. Bill Melugin, who was just on, did some great reporting over the weekend about DHS, saying there is extreme frustration with DHS officials going on TV and putting out statements claiming that Alex Pretti was intending to conduct a massacre of federal agents or wanted to carry out maximum damage, even after numerous videos appeared to show those claims were inaccurate. Some of these sources have described DHS's response to the shooting as a case study on how not to do crisis PR. Another added that DHS is wrong and we are losing this war. We are losing the base and the narrative. What do you make about all of this?
Well, I'll tell you who I think agrees with that, and that's the congressional Democrats, Senate Democrats in particular, who think that they might even, be willing to do another government shutdown, poorly though they did in the last one, to keep up the fight on this whole issue of DHS and its excesses, or its alleged excesses anyway. So I think that's kind of where we are. It's all, to some extent, a subset of the never-ending struggle against Donald Trump. But I think that the extravagant statements by these DHS officials, ICE officials, and the DHS secretary over the weekend didn't play well. And such polling as there is, Brett, suggests that people think ICE and DHS have gone too far, and they're not winning the PR war in Minnesota.
Well, it seems like President Trump acknowledges that to some extent as well, sending Tom Homan in, having these conversations with the Minnesota governor and Minneapolis mayor as well.
Oh, yeah, I don't think there's any doubt. He's taken quite a different posture from DHS officials and from Kristi Noem in particular out there. He did, after the first person was killed out there, he talked about how tragic he thought it was, and he's withholding judgment on this one, waiting for the end of the investigation, which is what a great many people, including some obviously in DHS, according to Bill, think that the officials on the scene out there should have done as well, is to wait for this for a full investigation to be done on this to conclude what exactly happened out there.
But to your point, just to finish up, you do think that Democrats see this as a political opportunity, or at least see the benefit here in stirring the pot on this government shutdown possibility. The last government shutdown did not work out well for Democrats. It was 43 days. This one, if it happens, would be about funding DHS, even though ICE has been funded through 2029.
Yeah, my thought about that is that the last words that Bill Melugin spoke there about the parts of that agency that would be affected, FEMA and the Transportation Department, are a good example of, or at least that part of the Transportation Department would be affected by that. So I don't think it's good politics to do a shutdown, but the fact that they're even talking about it tells you all you kind of need to know about where people in the Democratic Party at least think the politics are these days.
Yeah, and we'll see what the polls show us as well in